Second. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you and your business. Give us a little plug, and then let us know what you're looking to accomplish in today's call.
Okay, well, thanks very much for the call, Darius. Obviously, my name's Alan Stevens. I'm a professional speaker and crisis communications specialist, and my job, which has been for the last 30 years or so, is to help people communicate particularly difficult news. So I'm a fairly busy guy at the moment, obviously, as you can imagine. I work internationally. I've been involved with the professional speaking world for many years, National Speakers Association in America. I'm a member of that. Also, I've been president of the Global Speakers Federation. So I've been around a bit. And my main interest in using Dubb, which I have come across before, is for video email. It's very, very important that when I'm working with clients internationally in particular, that I can get a message to them through video so that I can explain something, but it's got to be time shifted.
Yeah.
Because I can't always speak to people live because I'm working with people on the other side of the world. I need to be able to get them a video message very quickly. Now, obviously, I can do the simple thing. I can upload a video to YouTube or Vimeo or something like that and send them a link. But I would love to be able to use Dubb to achieve exactly the same sort of thing. And my main question, I have a few others, is how I can embed it in an email. I'm using a POP3 email, my own domain. I don't use Gmail. But I want to know if it's possible, and if it is, how I can do it.
Awesome. Great. Thank you for that information. And good news is, yes, we will be able to drop those videos in there really quickly. So what I'm going to do is probably give you a little demo of the software in action, and then show you. We'll on the end here, we'll probably have you share your screen and have you drop a video in there and test it. Cool. All right. So let's go ahead and share my screen here. Screen 2. Okay, and you guys can see the screen here, right?
I've got it.
Okay, so the way the platform works is it's threefold, really. We try to be an all-in-one solution when it comes to video. So the creation of the videos, the customization, and then the distribution of the videos. So kind of the three things you just touched on there, except for the customization part, maybe you didn't know what to consider. Because we as a professional, this is what we do is video marketing, and we realize there's a huge opportunity for getting the most juice out of a video while still being really efficient. So okay, let's get into it. The creation of the videos you can do basically any way you want. You can use the mobile app, has a really cool functionality, so you can do things like start the video facing this way, and then we can flip it around to the back camera. We can do anything like that. We can also add like text and emojis on the screen. So it's kind of like real-time editing. The app's got some functionality there. Now, on the desktop, a couple of different things. We have a screen recorder that's built in. Let me go ahead and just show you that guy. You see this little Dubb icon right there?
Yeah.
The way that works is you give it a click, and that's the screen recorder. It gives you a little webcam preview. It can either be your profile picture or your webcam, whichever you prefer. So this is when you need to record your screen, so you're providing a visual element, or you're needing to represent something visually. It's really simple. You just hit record. Now it's recording your screen, and it's going to include that little webcam of you. And then you also have an annotation tool in case you need to say, click here or click over here, sign here, or whatever.
Okay, is that browser dependent?
It is browser dependent, so it would only work on Chrome, and then the webcam would only work on top of Chrome. Okay. So if we're trying to record something on the desktop, the video, it'll still be in the video, but it won't have our webcam on top of it. So if you'll see here, if I move my browser around, the webcam won't appear on top of the desktop.
Yes, I see.
Okay. Cool. So that is the second type of video, is the screen recorder. So we have the mobile app, we have the screen recorder. We also have just basic webcam functionality either on the website. So if I click plus here, I can record a video directly onto the website right here. I know you mentioned you're using your own hosted email. We do have direct integration with other emails like Gmail and Outlook. So another way of creating videos in there. So there's a little Dubb icon inside of those tools. If we're using our own email, we won't have that quite integration, but we do have the ability to put videos into any channel regardless of that. So let me show you how that's going to work. And like I said, we'll spend the end here actually doing that for you. So 1 second here. So this is kind of what the back end of a video looks like. As I mentioned, every video can be customized. So after you created it, either on the app or the screen recorder or just through the website or maybe a videographer, however you got the video, once you upload it to Dubb, it's going to have its own little page just like this. where we can customize it. You can also check on the analytics, so I can see who's watching it, what percentage has been watched, who's opening the emails, all that good stuff. So it's very trackable. You can see exactly how the videos are performing. You can also edit the design. So like right now, if I want to see what this video looks like on the public or to a recipient, I click this little button. So this is what the video looks like on the recipient's end. So after I've sent this through them via text or email or social media, they click the link and then it's going to take them to this page. Except for if, for you, it would be all your own stuff. So it'd be your own logo, your own URL. This is an exit intent pop-up. It's kind of a sales marketing feature. And then, of course, you have your call to action buttons, which are programmable. These buttons can do just about anything you want them to. And really, that's kind of the concept here when we're using video. It's to educate, to inform them, but mostly it's to get them to take a specific action. Usually that's the intention of our videos, is to get someone on the other end to do something very specific.
Absolutely. Okay.
So that's really where the buttons come in. So for a lot of people, it's like, for sales. So they're looking to book appointments, or maybe a purchase now button or something in that regard. For you, what would that be? Would it be like an appointment, or I know you mentioned some of it.
It would probably be something like further information needed, or I understand the message, or how does that work, or something like that. So there would definitely be some feedback. Yeah,
okay, exactly. Because I know what you described at the beginning was a lot of might be just existing client communication, like updating.
That's right.
Those are a lot of more of that informing.
Although I would also like, sorry, Darius, I would also like to use it for prospecting as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
back in the day, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this word, I used to use something called iJot.
All good on here. Complete transparency.
It was very successful for me in the day, and I've always looked for something that could do a good job or a better job than iJot.
Yeah. So I'm familiar with iJot when they were around, So, and like I said, these calls are completely transparent. No, we're not hiding anything. So, very familiar with iJot, and you will be able to get the same exact kind of use case here.
Excellent.
Okay. And so some enhancement on there that we didn't have before. So, like I said, the intention is driving the call to action, and we want them to do something specific. If it's just an update, you're like, hey, I just wanted to give you an update and let you know some answers to the questions or whatever, then the CTAs aren't as critical. But for prospecting, they really become important because we're really trying to get that person to do something. So in the prospecting space, which is actually, I'd say, where most of our speakers are using the tool, in addition to their marketing and update efforts. But booking a time, that's usually interesting for them. On the other hand, when we're trying to book gigs, we're really just trying to break through the noise and show them that we're going to be a good fit for this opportunity.
That's right.
So what that looks like is similar to this page. So you have this first video where you say, hi, hey, first name, I was checking out your event here, and I believe that I'm going to be a perfect candidate for speaking here for a number of reasons, because I'm whatever, you go into your little spiel.
Sure.
And so that's the first part of the video. That's really short. Maybe that's 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds at most. And then those are the videos we're creating for each of those opportunities. But then there's a lot of other kind of functionality here we can see on the page to kind of help convince that lead or that contact. So the first thing is the playlist here. So the way that works is after the first video, it transitions into that next video automatically. So for you, what that could be is, the first video says, hey, first name, I wanted to speak at your event. The second video could either be like testimonial video of other event hosters saying, hey, he's spoken at my event. This was great. We have him back every year. Something like that, some testimonial. It could also be like a learn more type of video where you're saying, here's what I'm usually speaking about. Here's the types of events I've spoken about. Here's how my business operates. I've been around.
So it could be a show reel, effectively.
You got it. Exactly. The idea there is can either be, it's to convince them or to warm them up along making the decision we want them to. So that can be lots of things. Like you mentioned, it could be a show reel. It could be an explainer video, or it could be, as I mentioned, testimonial. And we could have both of those here. So in your case, that would actually probably work best. You have your nice little video where you're saying, hey, first name, I'd love to speak at your event. I'm going to be a great fit. Here's why. And then the second video is your show reel where you have some stuff on you on stage. And then the third one is a testimonial from a client saying, hey, he comes and speaks at our event every year. He's going to kill it. Have him. So that's how we utilize the playlist. And like I said, the cool thing is they don't need to click or do anything. They just stay tuned, and it's going to give them all that information.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing, as I mentioned, is the buttons. So we have a very bottom of funnel, in regards to a sales funnel. So the very bottom is, maybe you have a calendar, or maybe you have a email, phone call, or text me button. So that's opening the dialogue. That's immediate conversation. But what if they're not quite ready for that? That's where we have the other assets here. Like I said, that testimonial video is an example of something to warm somebody up. So let me ask you this. What do you have right now in terms of social proof, like reviews or testimonials or anything like that?
I've got a stack of them. I produce a video every week. I've got show reels. I've got testimonials on video. I've got a couple of hundred YouTube videos. So plenty of material.
Awesome. So then what we do with that is, one, we want to take your very best testimonial and tag it on there as a playlist and it also depends on verticals. It's like that we're trying to speak at one specific type of engagement, like say if it's a tech or a mental health or, whatever the industry we're trying to reach out to, especially considering you have so many testimonials, it can be beneficial to tie on the social proof that is the best fit for who we're reaching out to.
Of course, yeah.
So exactly, we're reaching out to people in the mental health industry. You have a testimonial video from someone speaking about mental health. Or, like I said, really random example, but that's what I recommend. Okay. The other thing is some buttons here. So if you have maybe a section on the website where it has those testimonials or reviews or whatever, we can put a button that goes to those as well. So like ours here goes to our little landing page where we have tons of video testimonials. So that's another way. So we have a button that leads to it, and then we also can put it on as a playlist. So that's the social proof.
So those buttons are completely customizable. I could take them to any page on my website.
Absolutely. So these buttons can do a number of different things. Well, they can be more than a link. So this one is a direct integration with a calendar service. So like a scheduling, Calendly, Acuity, anything you're using.
Okay.
You get the calendar right here. We can also redirect to any URL. That's what these two are. That just goes to that testimonial page. That one goes to our webinar page, but they can be any links you want. The buttons can say anything you want and be any color. They can also do a couple of other things as well. You can have them fill out a form. You can also have them download an attachment. And then we can also have a video collection kind of feature. Sounds like you have plenty of testimonial video already, but if you wanted to give someone the ability to reply with a video, that's an additional kind of function here. So they don't need to download or sign up or install anything.
So they can just do that directly without any need to download an app or anything like that?
You got it. They don't need to do anything except for click a button. And if they're on their phone or their desktop, they'll be able to send you a video. And then you can download that video and put it on a playlist, or here's my replies I've received. You can download those. You can put them on as the playlist, or you can put them on your website, or whatever you need to do with it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the customization now. I know that was kind of a newer concept, but the idea is to have these pages be more than just the video itself. Like if you send a postcard, you don't just send an image. It has text, it has other things on there to really drive home what we're trying to do. So same thing goes here with videos. Lots of other elements we can use to enhance the effectiveness of the video. So playlist, call to actions, and then of course branding, and then tracking as well, so we can see how the videos are performing.
Sure.
Okay, now let's say the last minutes here for distribution. So how do we get these videos out to people? We can use any email system we want. As I kind of showed you earlier, we have a universal copy and paste method. So I can say video for John or whoever it's for, and now I can paste this video into just about any channel, just like that. So what we're going to do, we'll spend the last few minutes sharing your screen and making sure this works in your email tool, because I have seen very, very few emails, but that they don't allow HTML. So like it doesn't allow HTML to show up. It's a really simple
tool. I should be fine. I'm using Thunderbird, so it should be fine.
It should be fine. Like I said, we'll double check here at the end. But that's going to be the bread and butter way. Without, like I said, if we're not using Gmail or Outlook, without the direct integration, that's the way we're going to do it. Just copy and paste from the website. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
So can I ask there, Darren? I mean, so when you're using it in Gmail, I can see that you've got an animated GIF, I assume, in the video that is the video, and then it plays within the email, does it?
It doesn't play within the email directly. Let me go ahead and show you and explain how that whole thing works. So when we paste the video in there, on the recipient's end, this is when they open up the email, this is what they're going to see.
That's what they see.
With the link. Now, but what happens when they click this, either they click on the image or they click on the play button, they click anywhere, it's going to take them to this video page outside.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then on this page, that's where all the tracking and all those things happen. And this is also how we can avoid things like attachment limitations, or having them to download an attachment or a link, download an attachment. That's what we want to avoid. So zero, it's a really fast.
But my question is, do they see the animation in the video?
They do. They do.
clip there.
Yeah,
like
I'll just go ahead and send this to myself so I can show you what it looks like here.
Okay.
So yeah, when they receive the email, this is exactly what it's going to look like. It's going to have the animated GIF with the name on it and the button and everything.
Okay.
And that's optional as well. I mean, you can send just the link. You can send a still thumbnail with the link, or you can send the GIF. From our data, the GIF does provide the best click rates.
Oh, absolutely.
So, so that's why we do by default.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so now we've talked about how to put them in email. And as I mentioned, you can also send these through any other channel, like we have direct integration with LinkedIn, if you're active on there at all.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm very active on LinkedIn.
Direct integration on LinkedIn. So there's a little Dubb icon in there. And all you have to do is give it, it works just like the Gmail one. So you give it a click. All of your pre-recorded videos are ready to go. So you just click one and you can insert it. You can also record a brand new video right in LinkedIn. So yeah, that's the integration there as well.
And how does it appear on LinkedIn? Does it appear as a post?
A little bit different. So yeah, let me show you that. On LinkedIn, it's going to show up as a still thumbnail with the link to the video and that personalization. So, so in the email, it looks like that. You know, you see the thumbnail, you don't see the link, but you see that personalization text. And then social media, you're going to see the still thumbnail. You do see the link, and then the personalization text actually shows up in the URL there.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So that's what it looks like through social. And then now, are you active on SMS at all? Do you do any texting, or is it strictly email?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you want to send these through text messages, we can do that as well. And here's a preview of what that's going to look like. So you can send over a still thumbnail and then the link.
And the same in WhatsApp, presumably.
What's that?
Same in WhatsApp.
Yeah, or WhatsApp. Yeah, we have direct integration with WhatsApp or Messenger, lots of different ways. So we can set up a call to action button that would open up a conversation on WhatsApp, for example.
Okay.
Say if you send someone a video and we want to begin a dialogue, one of those buttons can open up a WhatsApp conversation.
Sure. Okay, it's good.
Cool. All right. So then let's go ahead. We got a couple more minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and actually stop my share. You see that there's this little share screen button right here, right? On your end?
Sorry, say again, where is it?
On your end, do you see this little share screen button?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Go ahead and share yours, and I'll add it to the stream here, and we'll take a look and make sure that the copy and paste function is going to work for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so click share, and then click screen one or desktop one, and then click share again. There it is.
Okay, so I'm now sharing my screen.
Yep, now we're seeing yours. Okay, so now what you want to do is go ahead and open up a tab with Dubb, or open up, if you don't already have it, looks like you have one open.
I've got a Dubb. I had an account with Dubb, actually.
Perfect. Yeah. So go ahead and click on that thumbnail there. And then now you're going to press that copy for email button on the right-hand side of the page.
So I'm there.
See where the link is, or the URL. To the right of that is a little button, and that's the copy link and thumbnail button, right? Nope, to the left, that one.
That one.
That one, yep. And you see it says copy. So now you're going to open up your email.
Okay.
And new message. And then now go ahead and go into the body of the email and just press paste. There we go.
There we are.
Nice and straightforward. So yeah, nice, simple copy and paste is going to get that done.
Okay, I'll send that to myself and just see what happens.
Perfect.
That's cool. I like that.
That's
That's exactly what I wanted.
Nice. Okay, now what the difference is here, or what the platform can do, is everything I've shown you is included in the subscription. Unlimited access, unlimited videos, no limit whatsoever, and also is access to one-on-one coaching. So kind of like what we're doing now, except for we're going to dive deeper into what your resources are, what your applications are. So we mentioned prospecting, we mentioned some client communication. So what we would do is included with that coaching is just make sure you have zero questions. You have all the best practices and shortcuts, strategies. We want to share our expertise with you so that you're really getting the most, not only out of the tool, but out of using video for your business in general.
Excellent. How do I stop sharing?
Just I'll go ahead and remove you from there. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's basically the breakdown. We talked about creation of the videos, customizing them, and then ultimately distributing them through whatever means you want: SMS, email, social media, and then included with that is access to the coaching, so you don't have to kind of figure out anything or ever have any questions, we'll get all those resolved.
That, Darius, I am convinced. That was very impressive.
Nice.
That was very good. Sign me up.
Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go show you a couple resources here to get started before we jump into the coaching.
Okay.
So 1 second here. So you see this little eye icon right here in the top right corner?
I do.
That is our video tutorial center. And there's going to be this video right here. It says a quick tutorial on Dubb. I highly recommend watching that guy first. What that's going to do, it's going to show you how to upload your logo, how to create your little email signature, how to basically set up all the basics of the account setup.
Okay.
And then that way, when we meet, immediately after that, I would say, let's schedule your coaching session so that I can come in, make sure we have everything set up right. I'm going to set you up with a little bit of homework. I'm going to say, okay, we need this done and this done. And then we're going to meet again. And then basically, I just make sure that you're all the way ready to go over the finish line. So you have zero kind of dark spots. You don't wonder what's going on. You're going to know best practices and strategies for what you're trying to do.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. So what do we do next? What's the next step?
So first step is we're gonna end here. You're gonna watch this tutorial video whenever you're ready. Get the basic account setup stuff done, and then I'm gonna send you a link to my coaching. Which once you upgrade, then we can jump onto the coaching call, and then we're gonna make sure all the bells and whistles are attached and get you over the finish line.
This is brilliant, Darius. It's just what I've been looking for, and if I may, I will recommend it to some of my fellow speakers who are also looking for the same sort of thing.
We have a nice affiliate program for you as well, which is a 30% recurring commission. So anyone you bring on, you get 30% of that. It's a nice way to kind of pay for your own subscription, if nothing else.
Well, hey, we'll talk about that. That's very good, my friend. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
All right, bud. So as soon as I see you upgrade, I'm going to go ahead and send you an invitation to my coaching link.
Right.
So we're ready to go whenever you are.
All right. Thanks a lot for your help. We'll talk again soon.
Alan. All right, again. Talk again soon, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.